Welcome back to Derek Revolution. This is another spin-off episode because this is not an official DDR game. This is, as you can see, Dance Factory. This might be the worst dancing game ever? Yeah, probably ever. I was going to say on the PS2, but this might be the worst ever. And we will be diving into why it is so bad, and then we'll be making it better with my favorite band, which we can also see on screen. This is also just called Derek Factory because, you know, based on the play of words of Derek Revolution. This is gonna be, I guess, just a initial warning. This is gonna be Finnish techno metal. It's not gonna be like the kind of pop music or dancey music. Well, I mean, this is pretty dancey, but this isn't gonna be for everyone. This is my favorite band. They're actually, hold on, another content warning. You're about to see a lot of my upper half naked because I'm only wearing shorts. This tattoo on my arm was the first Turmion Katilot logo before they got the like demon fetus logo. So yeah, this is definitely my favorite band. But let's get straight into it. Why is this the worst? Well, I mean, I haven't played Dancing with the Stars or the Disney DDR yet, but I'm pretty confident in saying this is the worst. So, as you can see, there isn't extras, but it isn't anything. You can play this minigame, you can look at credits, and you can view your stats. That's nothing. But also, please take note that it says triangle to go back. This case does, well actually, hold on, let me grab the case. Let me see if it does boast what I'm about to claim. It does say that the game is iToy enhanced, which I guess is good to know if you own an iToy. I might be one of those crazy people that have a Move controller and stuff, but I'm not that crazy. This is also Codemasters, not Konami. Let's see. Works with any music CD like no other dance mat game. Where does it say? Yeah, it calls itself a dance mat game. Playable with any dance mat or controller and includes iToy support. It says that on this case that I have, that I just read, compatible with any dance mat. Well, what's wrong with this screen? It says triangle to go back. I don't have a triangle button, and this isn't like an old model. There are models of dance mats with all the buttons, but this one is not one of them. And this is like an official Konami one, so I can't go back. Fortunately, I do have a controller also plugged in, so I can press triangle on my controller to go back, but that really shouldn't be necessary. There's no syncing options, but it seems, well, I mean, it doesn't sync just fine. One neat thing I guess this game does is, it's got this creature mode. This is kind of the only I mean, of course, there's like fitness, which is a calorie counter, whatever, that's nothing. So we have creatures. Oh wait, no, how do I want to generate a creature. Is that not a... Okay, hold on. Now I need to figure out how the heck to do this. Shop? No, that's where we buy accessories for a creature. How do I generate a bloody creature in this? Oh my goodness, I want to prepare my creature. Okay, here we go. So, this one was generated from the Dance Factory disc. This was generated from Omen X, the latest Turmion Katilot album. I used to test it. But if you have a new CD and you can generate a new creature, just like Monster Rancher, isn't that cool? So let's generate a guy from this. What is coming from my cool... Oh, this guy sucks. I don't like this guy. You know what? We're not even going to use this guy. He's just, I don't know. This chick's way cooler. Also, there's this edit creature. Check this out. You can edit their different parts. Now that, I mean, I'm talking about how cool this is, but it really isn't cool. You can put on shades of different kinds, and they have different colors, and the different colors cost more money. And that is it. You literally just have these. You don't unlock anymore. It's just these. Wait, is head and eyes separate? No, head is, yeah. So you can get these different hats and change the color. That's literally it. And we're going to see how even more bare bones this game is once we start playing, which is going to happen right now. I'm going to put the controller down. So to start, because I wanted to make this a bit special, we're going to be playing Turmion Katilot. I have a best of disc in there. It will generate arrow layouts based on the songs. I've already put in this disc. I've already had them generate, so we don't have to sit through that loading process. This is a little something I like to call Cool Beats 24. It is a literal burnt disc. I couldn't decide which Turmion Katilot album I wanted to play, so I thought I'm going to make a mixed CD with my CD burner and blank discs that, like a boomer, I still have around and use. And so that's how we're going to have this special episode today. This first one, we're going to do 2 songs from each album except one. I'll get to that when we get there. This first album is called Hoituvere, which in English is Malpractice. This came out in 2004, and we're going to do 2 songs from it. Let's start with the first song. You have to input the song names manually in the game. It does not take it from the CD automatically. So all I did was call this TK Mixed Beats and set the band name to Turmion Katilot. I didn't even put the umlauts over the A and O. And I didn't want to put in all the names because they're long and they're confusing because they're not in my language. Anyways, let's get to it. I'm going to turn the volume up a little bit because, like I said, this is my favorite band. And this is going to be where you either tune out or stick around because, this kind of music isn't for everyone. Also notice that it's not very... Oh yeah, this isn't great. I mean, it's synced up a little bit, but you'll actually find that it does not stay synced up for very long. Oh yeah, this isn't really very good. Again, if you're not really crazy about this particular song, stick around because this is, like I said, 2004. This is, Verta Yaliha, which in English means blood and flesh. Because this is a metal band. They gotta have cool, edgy names like that. But this was, I guess, the state of techno metal. Like, what, 20 years ago? Damn, 20 years ago. That was 20 years ago, huh? I discovered this band. Oh, yeah. Talk about... We have a lot of these to go. I put, oops. It's so difficult because it's just not... These are not very good. And you're wondering, well, why are you even doing this if this is bad? Didn't you test it? Oh, yeah, I knew. I knew all along how bad this was. This isn't my first time playing it. I've played this before. This was one I already owned. I didn't have to go looking for this on eBay or anything. Because back in the day, when DDR is really hot, and you're told, hey, this is going to generate arrows to any song you put in there. You get to dance to your own music. That's just the coolest thing, isn't it? Yeah, of course anyone would be jazzed to do that. But it's really bad. It was a cool, great idea. Oh, we're getting a little faster here. Alright, let's just switch over to that one. What is the character even doing? Hey, are you not doing anything? What? It's just sort of swaying a bit. Oh, now it's striking a pose. I wasn't really paying attention to what it was doing. Oops. Let's just switch it up a little bit. This is super easy. And this is only the normal, which I guess is this game's version of standard. Oh, it's just so jarring. I can't... So playing DDR, looking at the arrows is of course important. You can't just do that same move over and over again. Oh, it's just doing the same move over and over. Has it been doing that one move the whole time? You gotta do more than just one move, my guy. That's not even like a move that like has like a smooth transition into itself. Oh, now it's doing something else. Oh, now it's back to that one again. But yeah, so looking at the arrows is of course important because you need to know where you're going to step. What's more important is the beat, so you know when to step. That doesn't apply to this because as you can see, it just doesn't do it very well. Are you okay? It's just like doing a Matrix thing now. Another wild thing that we're about to see is when you press X to enter your name, it does that old cell phone layout. Oops. Oh god, it's even worse than I thought. So if you're playing with a controller, you like highlight one, and then like say I highlight the top left one, and then I press X twice to go to B. Because it knows I'm using a dance mat. This is actually the first time I'm playing with a dance mat. It's now because again I don't have square or triangle, like nothing back here works. I don't have access to either of those if I wanted to put my name in. So it's a good thing I already put my name in when I was testing this with a controller. Yeah, I guess it's fine. Another thing's weird, if you hit play again or confirm, it takes you back to this menu no matter what. Alright, the next one on this album is called 4 Casca, which is 4 commands. So let's keep going. Oh, you're gonna make me select a dude each, like go back and select this dude each time? Okay, we'll do it one more time, but if it's gonna make me press down and X each time, I don't want to do that. That's literally more work than this game is worth. We're gonna go out of monster mode soon. So if this game ever seems like it's syncing up and it's performing well, I assure you it's an accident. Okay, that time was pretty good. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. It's slightly synced for now, but it won't stay that way. Now, there might be genres of music this works better with. Perhaps I'm just picking something that isn't particularly good. Well, it actually felt pretty good. Alright. Maybe this one has a more obvious and more consistent beat for the whatever is picking it up. Nope, never mind. I'm trying to sync to the. You know what? I'm gonna dance to the beat, and we're gonna let the game decide how good I'm doing, or rather, I'm gonna figure out how good the game's doing. Alright, it's working a little consistently now. Another thing that you may not have noticed is that the up and down are reversed in comparison to regular DDR. So that's something you gotta kind of pay attention to. Okay. No, that wasn't bad. You're doing bad. And after this, when I switch out of monster mode, I will demonstrate. This does have an edit mode. So indeed, I haven't really explored the edit modes in DDRs before. But, you know, it's a menu. It shows you the arrow layouts. You can play portions of the songs. You can line them up. You can scroll up and down through the arrow layout to sort of redo parts. Oop. To, you know, really get exactly how you want it. Okay, now we're just kind of all over the place. You don't know what beat we're going with. Oh, okay. I keep wanting to step when it feels appropriate, when it sounds appropriate. And I'm going to be doing this for at least 80 minutes. I made this mixed CD. I couldn't decide which album to do. I was like, should I just do Techno Dictator? I think that's a pretty solid one. Like, I think it has the most, like, consistently good songs on it. Not that I dislike any album. And I don't think I really dislike any of their songs. Like, I'll listen to any song. There's some that I think are a little bit low tier. Like Turmion Katilot on this album. I think which is Princess of Darkness. I don't think that's a very good song. It's too long and it's a bit boring. But they actually did a different version of that song way later to promote a beer that they made, or at least branded, called Turmion Katilot. And the version is better. I like that version quite a bit. So I guess there's that. They made the one song I could honestly say I didn't really like into a song I do like now, so thanks for fixing that, I guess. Whoop. Oh, it's so weird getting the combos because I'm so used to where the up and down are supposed to be. And it might be a little hard to hear over the song and over my talking, but this game has terrible sound effects. Let's get a drink. Is there a way I can not enter a player name, or are you going to ask me to prompt me to do that every time and not give me any other options? Can I press triangle to go back? No, it just says play another game, but that's not an option. It just says enter player name. Press X to do that. So it's going to make me do that each time. Like, yes? You're not giving me a choice. See, I'm going to go to play again, and it just takes me to this menu. Oh, I guess it actually brings me to the go, which is 2 steps forward. Okay, so we're going to go back. We're going to exit creature mode. So they're actually, maybe I won't, I'm not even going to do it, but if you go to record, that's not a record, that's record. So what you do is, you would pick a song, for example, so I will just do this, just as a demonstration, but we are not going to commit to it. Yeah, I guess I'm never going to do this again anyways, it's fine. So this is how the edit mode works. Oh, is it going to make me wait a bit? When can I start? Is it even... Do I have to do this with a controller? Oh, it's making me do it with a controller. I can't even do it with the dance mat? Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm inputting buttons. You can do like combos, you can do your left, rights, combos. You can't hold though. The holds don't work. I've tried that. And I don't know what those blue circles at the bottom of the screen are. They weren't there last time I did this. But this is it. It just plays this song. And then you just freestyle on a controller, not even on the dance mat. And then it's just like, okay, do that now. That's the song. There's no like editing. There's no like nice menu, no layout, no going back. Say you do a part a little inconsistently, well, start over. Do the whole thing again. I'm holding start to exit. Will you please let me exit? What is the exit? Is it both? Do you want me to hard reset? Oh my god, I don't know how to exit this. When you're playing a song, you hold start to exit. I don't know what you want me to do now. Hold both? For a while? Oh god, please, I don't know how to stop this. Do you want... Oh, you... Okay. So, you want me to input the moves with the controller. Mind you, the D-pad doesn't work, it's only the face buttons. But if you want to exit and you have a dance mat plugged in, you have to press start on the... Oh my god. This game is a mess. Alright, I guess I still need the controller to go back from here. This... No, I don't want to save that data. That was me just frigging around. Alright, we're going to go to normal, because the creature doesn't add anything to the experience. But yeah, I just wanted to show that off. This game really is the worst. Okay, hold on. Next album. I got all the art set up. We're going to do it cool like. This next album is called pt.1. In English, that means Devil's Fist. It came out in 2006. So that's 2 years after their first album. And it's a very good one. This song is called pt.1. Same as the title of the album. This is a very good track. Well, I mean, this is like a kind of... I just picked like 2 favorites from each album, so I'm going to like all of these. A popular album... So, Verta Iliha and Terrastoya, those are the most... I'd probably say the most popular tracks on the first album. I did not include Terrastoya, because I just like Forecasting quite a bit. This is a good part. Just sort of yelling over techno. But yeah, so the hold arrows that we're seeing in here, if you're doing the edit mode and you hold a direction, it just counts the initial input. You can't actually put like holds in the edited ones. So it really is trash. You can only do singles. And like I said, it's all in one go or it's nothing. Man, wouldn't it be cool if this, like, you know what, if this had an edit mode, like the DDR games, with a nice user-friendly menu, this, like, I realize I'm just describing Stepmania on PC. You can absolutely just use your own MP3s in Stepmania and put whatever you want, and it has, like, user-friendly menus and stuff. And, but Stepmania, this is not. But if it did have that, then this would be probably saved. Because, like, you know, it's nice that you're generating arrows. Oops. Yeah, whatever. It's nice that it does generate them, but, like, the edit mode, it's just so bad. This game could have been saved if it just copied DDR's edit mode. Then you could, like, put them in consistently, set the BPM yourself, so that it would stay consistent the whole time. Maybe, like, change it at certain parts like DDR does in songs. And just look at how bare bones this is. Like, there's the health bar, which kind of sucks. The arrows are all in the middle of the screen, and they're pretty spaced out, too. Like, you really have to, like, zip your eyes around a little. Like, if you're going left to right, it's a bit of a pain in the ass. Because of how far apart everything is. Like, DDR just, like... When In the Groove copied DDR, that was... They did the right thing. The DDR already did it just fine. They did it perfectly. Oh, there's that terrible rank-up noise. Sounds like a ringing phone. Oh, I'm so not trying. I'm just trying to enjoy the music, honestly. So if you're watching and you've made it this far, thank you so much. This is... I really love this band. As we saw at the beginning of this video, I have their old logo tattooed on my arm, and that was my first tattoo. I got that in high school, shortly after I discovered them. And I don't regret it, because they're still my favorite. You know, people say that could be a considerably impulsive tattoo. But no, I still love this band. They're the best. They always will be the best to me. They're still going, too. Like, their last album was 2023. Their last single was literally a week or 2 ago. Not a particularly great song, mind you, the new single, because it's kind of like a German remix of Terrastoya, the popular song, featuring someone that I don't particularly like the sound of. So it's whatever, but they have... How many albums we got here? Turmion Katilot has 11 albums and 1 EP. Ranging from 2004 to 2023. And we will be visiting a sort of side band soon. They have 1 album and 2 singles from 2010 and then 2017, 2018, but we'll get there. I did include one of their songs. So this 4th one is Elecan. Elecan in English is Long Live. Oh yeah, this is a nice little sync we got going here. Alright, this is feeling good. gonna get a little confused now because the beat's changing slightly. Okay, here we go. This is doing pretty good. It is handling this song well. Oh, okay, now it's going to stop handling it well. This part's going to be a bit too much for it. Ooh, putting the doubles there was a smart move, though. Okay, yeah, that's finding those. So what's so weird about this is all the DDR games we've played so far, I've had to go into the settings menu and like set the sync to be like wildly off to sort of compensate for the fact that it's on like newer televisions and stuff. But this does not have that. Oh, I stepped off the air momentarily, so it doesn't count. Oh wow, you made a bunch of goofy game noises over the coolest part of that verse. Where everything goes quiet and he says, Prowetsai, which I think means will provoke. Yeah, see, it's finding this beat just fine. It's a very obvious beat. It's not covered up by a lot of other noise. Whoop, that was a double. Whoop. Did it down when I should have done it up. Because I'm used to where the arrows are supposed to be. And we're just finished. No more. Yeah, I guess we're gonna do this each time. Yes, go for it. I don't care. Okay. Fifth song. This one is going to be Arise from the album Ush. Oop, I gotta change the thing. I figured because of how shitty this game is, I'm gonna put a little extra work into making this a bit cooler. So I, like I said, I made this mixed CD and I got all the album art lined up and stuff. Okay. This album Ush came out in 2008. This song is called Arise. It's an English word, so I don't need to tell you what it means. Oh, you know what would have been funny if I looked up the Finnish word for arise and just said in Finnish that's this, but I did not. I'm only thinking of that great gag now. Well, it's going to be a little hard, I think. What did I say? 2008? So this is... Oop, I was looking at my notes. I got notes prepared. So this was another 2 years after the last one. Alright, I think the beat's going to start syncing a little better soon. You really can't figure out... Okay, here we go. One thing that kind of is rough too is the splashy explosion when you hit an arrow. It is so obnoxious. Like DDR, it's out of the way quick. This one like sticks around for so long that if you have multiple arrows, it's kind of hard to tell when you're like timing them well enough looking at it. Because like I said, normally we could go by sound, but we can't really do that in this. Not that it matters, you can just mash and it'll probably be fine. Oh yeah, and this is an English song, so I'll shut up so you can listen to the lyrics. Because a lot of the times you won't be able to follow them anyways. You know, being in Finnish. Oh, what are you doing suddenly? Wow, we really sped up there all of a sudden. The color's making it real hard. Oh gosh. Oop. Oh my god, there was like almost sinkage there. Wasn't that a cool song? This background does not go very well with the arrow color. Yeah, I had a really hard time seeing them. So one of the reasons why this game might be so bare bones is in order to play music off of a disc CD, that CD has to be in the PS2, which means the game is running while not being able to pull any assets off of the original game disc. The game disc, as we can see here, Dance Factory is not inside of the PS2, which means it has to put everything it'll possibly need onto the PS2 memory or the RAM, and it just, maybe there's a limited amount of space, and we cannot put a whole lot on that RAM. So we have those really crappy monsters with their limited parts and their weird Rayman look. Alright, and this song is called Ush. It is named after the album. This is another English song. These ones are not my favorite simply because they are in English. These are just good songs. Whoop, that's a double. Yeah, I got bad, whatever. Sue me. Whoop. Wow, what was that? Oh, that square. Oh, God, it's the background that's doing it. It sucks. It was very jarring and scary. I just get fucking jump scared. I wonder if this could be more fun if I played on the hardest difficulty. Maybe we'll do that for the next song. See how much it demands of me. Oh, what do you mean? Oh, it just stopped reading the disc. Okay. Alright, we're listening to Ush again. I wonder if that's my PS2's fault or the game's fault. Because, I mean, it is an actual PS2. I mean, if it happens again during this song, I can try skipping the song. And then moving on to the next one. But if it keeps happening, then maybe we'll just wrap this up quickly. And we'll only get a couple songs in. That'd be kind of disappointing. Well, I mean, I'd be glad because then I could stop playing Dance Factory. I'd be like, well, I mean, you know, the goal is to do all of the Dance Map games. A reasonable amount of all of them, at least. That being a reasonable amount of the playlist of all of them, because it's hard to unlock everything. Oop, I'll just step over here a bit. No, okay. Let's just do this then. Oh, give me some arrows, man. Give me something to do. Is this further than we got the first time? I'm just going to skip those ones. I just don't feel like those ones. I think we're getting further this time. Yeah. Perhaps it was the game. Perhaps it was my PS2. Check your feet. Why do you care? How about you check your game? Do you like your protein smoothies shaken, not stirred? So their English songs, you know, like that particular lyric, protein smoothies shaken, not stirred, sometimes they're a bit silly. Sometimes they're a bit fun. But their Finnish songs, if you look up the lyrics of them in English, they're actually quite poetic. Because, like, when I was deciding which album to do, I was like, I'm gonna listen to Techno Dictator. That was the one I'd settled on. And I was like, I'm gonna read along with the English version of the song, like the lyrics, and I'm gonna, you know, talk about what the songs are about. And honestly, I have no fucking clue. They're a little bit too poetic, a little bit too deep for me. Which, I mean, is cool. I really appreciate the poetic nature of their songs. It's just like, it's not something I can confidently describe. Like, I don't know, you can read it and make your own interpretation, but that's kind of the, you know, what poetry can be about a lot of the time. But yeah, I was like, no, I'm not going to explain what these songs are. I'll provide the English name of them at best. So if you were listening to the lyrics and I wasn't talking over it, USH stands for Ultimate Synthetic Corruption, Helter Skelter, or Ultimate Scum. Corrosion Heaven Sent? No, I think I mixed up which is which, but they you know, those words are in there. Okay, so next one is going to be a special little break. So this next one is not going to be a Turmion Katilot album. It will be Two Times Terror. Two Times Terror, this album called Equals One Sudden Death, came out in 2010. That would be another 2 years. So we're hitting every 2 years at least. We're doing one song from this album, but the reason this is on here is because some musicians from Turmion Katilot did a side album. You'll notice the vocalist is the same, so he's involved. And whereas Turmion Katilot was often described as techno metal, I think they labeled themselves dance metal for this one. But it's a good album. 2010. Oh yeah, this is English too. This song is called Forever Mine. Ooh, this is syncing up nicely. Ooh. Okay. Lost the sync a little bit there. Okay, we're back on it. Oh yeah, this part's in Latin, although I guess it's not a fully English song. So far, this has been like the best synced song. And it's like rapid enough that it's actually fun. Like, Ush had some huge breaks in it. Like, these are not slow songs. Turmion Katilot does have slower songs. Of course, they're not just a one-trick pony. But, I prefer the more active songs, so I don't think there's any particularly slow ones on here. So that was Forever Mine by 2x Terror from the Equals One Sudden Death album, which is their only album that came out in 2010. They also have 2 singles, which came out in 2017 and 2018, which was just a couple of years ago, but that is it. That's all that we've seen of 2x Terror, I'm afraid. Despite the lead singer wearing a 2x Terror shirt for like every live performance ever. He's always wearing it, always promoting 2x Terror. But where is the 2x Terror content? We'll just never know. So coming up next is the album Pairs Technique. Let's pop that on screen. Pairs Technique came out in 2011, which is just 1 year after this 2x Terror album. So I guess 3 years between Turmion Katilot albums this time. I guess the mat has slid a little bit under me. Pairs Technique, while not an English word, isn't really a Finnish word either. Oh my god, there's a dog barking. I'm gonna I Am Legend that dog one of these days. This song is called Grand Ball. It is another English song. Alright, poor syncing right now. Alright, the drum's a bit more obvious. Are we going to start syncing up now? Or is the techno beat still confusing us a little bit here? Whoop. Oh gosh, really made me wait to step on that one. Oh, it's just sometimes the spacing between arrows is so awkward. It just like this feels bad to do. I so very badly want to step sometimes, and it's like, no, a little bit longer. And it's like, come on, just let me step. Oh, okay. See that cool switcheroo I did there? Where's the beat there? No, for all my complaining, this really is just an excuse to listen to Turmion Katilot. And I'm always happy to do that. Like I said, I got into them when I was in high school, and they've been my favorite band ever since. Not a stinker of an album. And what's really cool is actually, I have a little bit of an anecdote. At the last Anime North, I was at a Thunderbolt Fantasy panel for Peely International. They were talking about some of the, Thunderbolt Fantasy, some of the upcoming puppet shows that are working on, what to expect of the next season of Thunderbolt Fantasy, and I'm just going to do that one. And I was cosplaying as Riddick to the last Anime North, the Vin Diesel character, despite not having the build to really nail it. And so my arms were out, and someone at the Thunderbolt Fantasy panel was like, "Oh, hey, I saw your tattoo. You're a Turmion Katilot fan?" I was like, "Oh, hell yeah!" And I've had this tattoo since high school. I've proudly worn it on my arm all this time. Never has it been a conversation starter before, though. So I thought that was pretty cool. I met a friend, another Turmion Katilot fan, in the wild, which I've never seen in my life up until now. So it was like, what, 20 years of having... Yeah, almost 20 years of having this tattoo. And it's the first time someone's ever identified it and talked to me about it. So that was really cool. Now, I think the general opinion is there are a lot of better songs on the Paris Technique album from 2011, but I just really like the sound of this next one. This next one is called Vertasata, which is Raining Blood from the Paris Technique album. I just like the... Oh my god, how many... I just really like the sound of this song. Oh goodness. I'm getting distracted because I so badly want to listen to the music. But the syncing is so bad that I have to focus on playing instead. Oh, we're syncing up a little bit now. Alright, it's getting a little better here. Alright, I think Dance Factory handled that song pretty well for like 60 to 70% of it. That felt pretty good. Alright, so that is it from the... Yeah, that was Verdosata from the Paris Technique album. Next we're moving on to Techno Dictator.